Here are the 4 supplements I took daily that helped me lose 30 pounds of stubborn fat and build lean muscle. And if you use these same 4 supplements in your daily routine, you too will lose stubborn fat and build lean muscle and get a nice toned physique. So let's jump right into the list, guys. Supplement number 1 is creatine. Creatine not only helps you with, building muscle, building more strength, but it just helps with overall muscle recovery. And, that's one of the biggest mistakes I see people make when it comes to them trying to lose fat and build muscle on their, health and fitness journey, is that they neglect taking creatine and they don't get enough protein on their daily basis. So they actually don't get enough creatine in through their diet alone. And when you don't take creatine, guys, you're missing out on huge amounts of gains because, again, it does help with you building more lean muscle. It helps with, increasing your strength in the gym so you can lift more weights. And on top of that, it's going to help you with more muscle growth overall and also recovery. And if your muscles can't recover, guys, they're not going to come back bigger and stronger than ever. So you're just going to kind of have a means to an end and just be missing out on a lot of potential gains. So make sure to get your creatine in, guys. You just take 5 milligrams per day, and you can mix it, with water, through a protein shake. Doesn't matter. As long as you take it every day, it's going to help accelerate your goals. And on top of that, it's the number 1 tested supplement to date out there by many doctors and many people across the world. And again, it's a majority of the time safe. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but if you have any, reactions to it, obviously discontinue it and make sure to get some more protein in through your diet, like steaks and red meats. They have a lot of creatine in it. But again, you want to make sure if your body allows it, make sure to get your creatine in every single day. Supplement number 2 is caffeine, guys. Caffeine obviously helps with suppressing your appetite. So again, it helps with, curbing, your appetite, making sure you don't overeat throughout the day and just consume excess calories. But it also helps with just increasing your metabolic rate overall, which is going to lead to your body, burning more calories. And, the biggest mistake I see what people make when it comes to, using caffeine, especially in the world of sports, you know what I mean? If you've been in sports and you've been on the grind of working on the business side of sports, caffeine is, your best friend at some points. But the biggest mistake I see people make when it comes to, intaking caffeine is they drink too much, right? There is a point where it does, have diminishing returns, and it can set you back on a lot of different things, like disrupting your sleep cycle, especially if you drink caffeine after 12 o'clock, it stays in your bloodstream for about 10 hours, and then it makes it super difficult to fall asleep. So when it comes to caffeine, I always recommend no more than 1, maybe 2 cups a day. I would say that's the cap, and obviously don't drink any past 12 o'clock so you make sure it doesn't interrupt your sleep cycle. But caffeine is, it's not the end all be all, but it's a great supplement to drink or just have throughout your day because it's going to help with, again, decreasing your appetite and, boosting your natural metabolic rate, which is going to help you burn more calories. And number 3 is protein powder, guys. So again, the biggest mistake I see when people, on their, their fat loss journeys, they want to get toned, they want to build, lean muscle, is they neglect, eating enough protein, right? It's, again, if you're, say 200 pounds and your goal is to be 170 pounds, like I was when I last worked in sports and had to lose 30 pounds, you got to eat at least the amount of protein of your goal target weight, which would be the 170. You want to eat 170 grams of protein a day, or 0.8 to 1 gram per protein per pound of protein per pound of body weight. Sorry, I just butchered that. So if you're 200 pounds, you want to get anywhere between 160 to 200 grams of protein per day, right? And again, without eating enough protein, right? And if you're working out a lot, you're doing a bunch of cardio, you may be eating, only 1,200 calories a day, you will lose, weight, you will lose, you'll see the number on the scale drop. But in the end, you might, will have lost weight, but you might have a soft, not defined, not toned body, right? Because when you don't eat enough protein, your body lets go of the muscle mass that you do have because you need to eat enough protein to maintain it. And 2, your body, again, if you're not getting enough food, you're not getting enough energy or calories for your body, your goals, and just where you're at in the journey, your body's going to use other things to, keep it going, right? It's going to use whatever's in the reserve. So if there's not a lot of carbs left, there's not a lot of fats left, it will use the protein that you do have to help you with energy throughout your day, guys. So again, you want to make sure you're getting enough protein in per day, and protein powder is a huge way to make up for your, lack of protein intake if you struggle to get, enough protein throughout the day, because it's not easy, right? You, again, have your 200 pounds, you might need to get 50 grams of protein in per meal. So you might have to have 4 meals a day and 50 grams of protein, which can be hard, especially if you're in the world of sports and you're on the grind and you're on the constant go. It's hard to just get all that protein in. So having protein powder will be super helpful. And again, it's a supplement. Still try to get as much natural protein as possible, but you want to make sure that you're, again, supplementing with protein powder to make up the difference. So one big, hack, I guess you could say you could do is drink a protein shake in the morning and one before you go to bed. That way you can get anywhere from like 40 to 60 grams of protein per day just from the protein powder alone. And usually protein powder is usually like 100 to maybe 130, 40 calories. So for like 300 calories, maybe 250, you get, an extra 60, grams of protein, which will help you just towards your overall goal throughout the day. So make sure, again, protein powder is super huge. Make sure to hit that. Again, it's going to make it easier to maintain the muscle mass you do have. You'll continuously build more. And on top of that, it's going to help with the fat loss, because the more muscle mass you do have, and the less body fat you have, the natural faster your metabolism is going to be. And supplement number 4, and the final one, is magnesium. So a big thing that I see, just not even the people in the world of sports, but also just people on their journeys as a whole when it comes to health and fitness, is a lot of the times if they're super busy, they're in their careers, they're grinding, chasing success, whatever it is, they neglect their sleep. And I, was guilty of this as well. When I last worked in sports and I was working on the sales side, I was grinding like sometimes, 10, 12-hour days and working six days a week, especially during the season, to, achieve my goals and, get everything that I was destined and I set out for, right? And a big cost of that came as my sleep. I was getting like maybe 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep a night, and it wasn't good sleep. I was waking up in and out throughout the night. And when you get shitty sleep, guys, it does hurt your body's recovery process. It does hurt, your fat loss goals as well, because while you're at rest, you actually can burn 50 calories per hour when it comes to, while you're at rest, of just calories. So if you get 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, you're burning like 350 to 450 calories just while at rest. And on top of that, if you're not getting good sleep, your body cannot rebuild the muscle that you work so hard for in the gym, because that's where that process takes place. And if you're not getting sleep, your body's not going to be able to do that. And that's just going to, again, you're going to get stuck in a hamster wheel of just working so hard in the gym, putting in, lifting the weights, doing all that stuff just to stay stagnant and stay plateaued and not see any results, because your body can't recover while at rest. So you want to make sure if you, again, get some magnesium. It's super helpful. It just helps with stress, and it helps with just relaxing your body overall. I take something called magnesium malate, and it just helps with, relaxing my muscles, helps with recovery as well. And your body naturally creates magnesium, guys, on a daily basis. And what depletes magnesium throughout your day is stress, right? So when you replenish by the end of the night, your body can go into a state of relaxation and then be able to go to sleep. So that way, again, you get quality sleep, you have good energy heading into the next day. But at the same time, you're going to keep seeing gains when it comes to working out in the gym and being on your journey, because, again, you're getting the quality sleep that you need, because it is the cornerstone of every single thing you do when it comes to, health and fitness as a whole. No matter what, if you don't get good sleep, doesn't matter how many times you track your calories, being in a deficit, working hard in the gym, you will not see results. And I hate to say that, but that is the truth, no matter what anyone else out there says. So guys, I hope this list was super helpful for you. Again, these are the 4 supplements I took daily on my journey throughout sports and trying to lose 30 pounds of fat and help me build lean muscle. So again, let me know if there's any other supplements you take out there in the comments that maybe been super helpful for you, and maybe they can help someone else. But if this video was super helpful, make sure to like, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel so you get notified when I drop more content in the coming weeks and the coming months. And as always, family, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Peace.